What is going on, YouTube? It is your man Mike back again with another video. Welcome to another edition of Mike's Tech Talk. Now, what I got for you guys today is what I consider to be probably the best deal you can get for the money right now when it comes to smartphone technology. I'm a big fan of Apple. I'm a big fan of Android. You know, I like a little bit of everything. I like both. I don't see why we can't see on both sides of the aisle, you know, same way when it comes to a lot of things in life. I'm not a one-sided person. But with that said, y'all can't see my hands, but with that said, I gotta keep it 100. Android is where it's at. And the only reason why is because Android is consistently pushing the boundaries as to what you can do with your phone. They're consistently moving in a direction that Apple seems to stay stagnant with. You know, a lot of times you get a device with Apple that has features that Android had 2 years ago, you know? So tonight, I have an unboxing that I have been eagerly waiting for because I went out and got my very first OnePlus device. So join me as we unbox the OnePlus 6T. Just a few specs off the back of the box real quick, just to let you guys know why this is such a great phone. 8 gigs of RAM, Snapdragon 845 processor, 128 gigs of memory, in-screen fingerprint sensor, facial unlock, 3700 milliamp hour battery, dash charge, includes a 20-watt charger, can give you up to 70% from 0% in 30 minutes, 4G LTE, AMOLED display, 6.4 inch with a teardrop notch, you know, little teardrop, teardrop notch. Oxygen OS based on Android Pie, which means that Android Pie is the latest version of Android 9.0. And this phone, unlike many other Android phones on the market, comes with Android Pie. Now, you might be asking yourself, for all of that, why is this phone so special? Why am I so excited about it? Why am I so hype about a OnePlus phone? You know, like, why? Because I have here a Galaxy Note 9. Now, this is my favorite phone. This is my favorite phone. I love this phone. I love everything about this phone. I love the AMOLED screen on the phone, 6.4 inch screen with no notch. You know, I love this, love the screen. I love the S Pen. Love everything about this phone. But I don't like the price. That starts at $1,000 and goes as high as $1,250 for an 8 gigs of RAM, 512 gigabyte hard drive. What does that mean? That everything I just said about this device right here for $580. I'm sorry, it shocks me so much I messed my words up. Every single thing that I just said about this phone that you can get in this one for $1,250 is for $580. So let's dive into the OnePlus 6T. Let's see what it's all about. So, got the phone all unboxed. Currently in the process of setting it up, downloading all my apps to it. I have approximately, looks like, make sure I give you guys the right number. I have about 89 apps currently installing in the background. And I gotta be completely honest with you guys, this is one of the fastest devices I've ever used, period. Period. This thing has got the 8 gigabyte, $1,250 Note 9 beat. So far, it's got the iPhone XS Max beat. And yeah, this is a fast device. Now, I'm gonna switch the camera around. I'm gonna walk you guys through a little bit of the phone and show you exactly what you're gonna get if you should choose to pick this device up. Now, I gotta be completely honest with you. If you're a fan of Android, and you've never had a OnePlus phone, but you've thought about going to OnePlus, you know, you're like me, you've always been on the fence. Samsung's more reliable, they're a bigger company, or LG if you like LG phones, Motorola, whatever, even the Pixel lineup, depending on what you've always liked as far as your Android preference goes. I'm here to tell you that Android users, Android community, we gotta wake up, man. If you ain't on OnePlus or some of these other companies like Huawei, Mate 20 Pro, another great phone. But if you're not checking these out and not giving them the look that they deserve, you're selling yourself short. For the price of 2 of these, I can get one Note 9. One Note 9 will get me 2 of these. One iPhone XS Max will give me 2 of these. One for his and hers, depending on however you want to do it. But OnePlus has a saying called unlock the speed. And I got it, like I said, man, I cannot say it anymore. This is one of the fastest, if not the fastest device that I have ever used. I cannot wait to put this up against a XS Max or the Note 9 and see exactly how fast this thing is. Because the 8 gigs of RAM in this device, I think, is really, really just... I'm hyped. I'm hyped right now. Y'all gotta give me a minute. Like, I'm hyped. But yeah, this is a really great device. So, like I said, let's flip the camera around and we'll walk you guys through a little bit of the OS. So, let's get so OnePlus 6T. Let's walk through the phone a little bit and show you guys exactly what you're gonna get. Now, you guys saw the unboxing of the phone. You saw what you get inside of the box. But let's take a second and just really think about what you get inside of the box. Case. You get a doggone case for the phone in the box. And you may not be able to tell too much at the top there at the notch, but you get a screen protector. There's a screen protector already on the phone once you get it. That is amazing. Now, some of the differences between this device and the OnePlus 6 that came out last year, I'm gonna wipe off the back of it real quick, even though it's just a case, I'm still gonna do it. Now, some of the differences between this model from last year and this model is no headphone jack. So I'm all Bluetooth anyway, so the headphone jack doesn't even bother me. It is a glass back phone, but there's no wireless charging. Again, not the biggest of deals to me, especially considering the fact that you get the 20-watt fast charger in the box, 70% in 30 minutes, people. 70% in 30 minutes. 3,700 milliamp hour battery. That's only 300 less than the Note 9, 500 less than the Huawei Mate 20 Pro, which is not bad. It's all about the utilization of it's all about the optimization of the device. That's what it comes down to. Battery can be the biggest battery in the world. The RAM can be the biggest RAM, smallest RAM, memory, whatever. It's all about how it works together. You got 2 cameras on the back. You got the alert slider. So the alert slider is pretty much very similar to Apple. You have loud, go to the middle, phone just vibrated, so you have to vibrate, and you go to the very top, phone is on silent now. So you have the sensor, or not the sensor, you have that there, you have the power button on the side, you have the volume rocker, you have the SIM tray is over here as well underneath the case, you have the front 20 megapixel shooter. Now, this is not an always on display, this is an ambient display. So basically this is just when you pick the device up. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lock the phone, I'm gonna lock it back. This is just when you pick the phone up, you get your ambient display, you see your notifications you got going on here. And this down here is your in-screen fingerprint. Now, what I'm gonna do is, I'm behind the camera right now, but I'm gonna kind of bend down a little bit so you guys can see the facial unlock. Now, I want y'all to see all of my fingers. There's no fingerprint sensor on the back, none on the side. And look at how fast this facial unlock is. Uh-oh. You see that? Lock the phone back. That is amazing. Faster than the iPhone XS Max, faster than the Note 9 Smart Scan, Intelligent Scan. Let's do the in-screen fingerprint sensor. Now, you do have some gestures on the phone. While the phone is off, let's do the gestures real quick. Now, if you do a V, I'm gonna lock the phone again. If you do a V, flashlight cuts on. That's pretty dope. Do a V again, flashlight cuts off. If you do a O, you open up your camera. So, smooth way to open up the camera if you do an O. So we'll see, can't do an O to close it. You gotta hit the power button on that. I believe if you do an M, nope, no, nothing for the M. There's 4 total. I can't remember the other one, but I do know that one of them is if you pull it down twice, the phone will start playing music from wherever source you choose to have it at. Now, one thing I will say, let's talk about this in-screen fingerprint scanner. Now, when you pick the phone up, you can double tap to lock the phone, double tap to wake the phone, double tap to lock the phone. Now, let's go ahead and wake the phone up. The sensor is an optical image sensor. So instead of it being an actual scanner on the back of the phone, it's actually going to take a picture underneath the screen for your thumb. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this back on. You see the little animation you get there? That's pretty fast. Now, it's not as fast as something like the Note 9 or even the old iPhones back in the day. It's not going to be nearly as fast as them, but face unlock and in-screen fingerprint reader, all in the front of the device. Look at that screen. Look at that. Just look at that screen for a second. That's a 6.4-inch OLED screen, AMOLED screen. It's the same screen technology that is currently in the Note 9. Now, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let's do a little test real quick. Now, Note 9, fingerprint scanner on the back. So, Note 9 off, fingerprint, cut on. Note 9 off, fingerprint on. Cut the Pixel, well, cut, nah, I don't want to keep calling this thing the Pixel, the OnePlus. Cut the OnePlus off. Ambient display will make the phone wake up. I don't think we're that far off compared to an actual physical fingerprint scanner. I will say though, I'm not even going to test the face unlock because I know the Note's face unlock is a hell of a lot slower than this one is, so there's not even a point in testing that. But I'll tell you what we can do. Let's check some of the apps that we have currently going in the background. Let's see. I don't have it set. Did you see that? Did you see that? Now I'm holding the phone and I'm behind the camera, but look at this. Look at that. Look at that face unlock, man. That is that. I don't even want to mess with the Note right now. That is just incredible to me. Just, I'm not even looking at the phone. Now, does that mean it's the most secure in the world? But still. Now, this is the Oxygen OS, which is a skin on Android 9.0. So the latest version of Android, you see all the apps I have that are currently being downloaded in the background. You see all of my emails and everything that are currently coming all together on the device. Now, some of the apps did get put on the main screen before I could get them off of there, but that's not a big deal. I'm not going to worry about that. Let's go to the settings. I'm going to take you guys through some of the settings real quick. So you have your usual display. Now, on the display, we're going to go notch display. Now, let's say you're not a fan of that teardrop notch. I think it's really dope. But let's say you're not, you can hide the notch. And you see all your notifications will stay at the top of the screen. It'll just simply black out the rest of it. So now there's no notch. I'm going to leave the notch on, though, because I like the notch. Let's go to, let's see, we got different themes. We'll go colorful. So, not sure exactly what colorful it's going to be, but it looks like, we'll back up. Okay, so colorful gave us different colors on the settings. I'm going to go back and let's check out the dark. Bring this a little bit closer to the camera. Oh, now y'all already know I'm sticking with dark. Now we got different accent colors. You can change the accent color of the phone. So let's go with a lighter blue. So we're changing the theme again. Now we have the status bar, auto rotation of the screen, screensaver. We'll come out of that and we'll go to buttons and gestures. Now let's go to gestures real quick. When you go to your quick gestures, you have a flip to mute. So when an incoming call is coming in, you flip the device and mute it. You have a 3-finger screenshot. So swipe with 3 fingers on the screen to take a screenshot. Answer your calls by gesture. Double tap to wake. Music control. Draw an O to open the camera. I showed you guys that. Draw a V to turn on the flashlight. And you can draw an S, M, or W for other gestures. And let's just see what kind of gestures you get. Now you can do open front camera, record a video, turn on a flashlight, open shelf. I'm not sure what that is, or you can even open an application. So I'll tell you what we'll do. Is it on here yet? I hope, yes it is, Spotify. So we'll go Spotify. So draw an S on the phone means we're gonna open up Spotify. So I'm gonna lock the phone. Check this out. And all I had to do was draw an S. Unlock it with the face unlock. Spotify. Bam, bam, bam. That is amazing. Now we'll go back and we'll go back to, those are quick gestures. We'll go to navigation bar and gestures. Now this is one thing I wanted to make sure I showed you guys. With the navigation bar, Android 9 introduces some of the gesture features that you get with iPhones, which I'm not a bad, it doesn't bother me. I had to get my words out. It doesn't bother me, but it is something that I'm kind of still getting used to. But what I do enjoy is that they give you kind of a hybrid of Android and iPhone. So we're gonna bring this up a little closer and let's take a look at this. Now, you swipe up on the bottom to go to home screen. So bottom edge of the home screen. Recent apps, you swipe up and hold it. Swipe up from the left or the right side of the bottom of the screen to go back. And same as the portrait to go landscape. So let's go up to go back. Okay, and what we'll do is we'll open up Bitmoji. That's how you go back. We'll open up Bitmoji again. It's also how you go back. We'll do it that way. We'll hold it. These are all your recent apps. That's dope. So essentially, this is the same setup as the iPhone, as iOS. You swipe up, we'll open up Chrome, swipe up to go home. We'll open up the Play Store and we'll go to Wonka's World of Candy and we'll hit the right side to go back and we'll hit the left side to go back again and we'll hold it to show the recent apps open. Y'all, this phone is a win-win. There's no questions asked. There's no questions asked. This is a win-win. For $580, you get a phone, in-screen fingerprint display, face unlock, screen protector already on the device. You get a dongle, a fast charger in the box. You get a case already in the box. And you get all of this for $580. That's half the price of the iPhone XS Max. There's no question. There's no question. If you're in the market for a new phone, this phone is also, for the first time ever in the history of OnePlus, available on a major carrier with the US, aka T-Mobile. So you can get this device through T-Mobile right now. If you're in the market for a new Android phone and you have T-Mobile, give this phone a try. I promise you, give this phone a try. You will not be disappointed so far off of first impressions. You can also buy the phone unlocked, and for the first time ever, it's going to work with Verizon. So if you're a Verizon person and you are in the market for a new phone, let's say you're getting real close to paying off that Samsung that you currently have, since that's majority what a lot of us have, or even your Motorola phone or your LG phone, before you drop $1,000 on the phone, check this bad boy out. Check this one out. Now, just to go over the price one more time, this is the 8GB 128 gig model, which is $579.99, so $580. For $30 cheaper at $550, you get the 6GB of RAM, 128 gig model. So $30 more gets you 2 more gigs of RAM. Trust me, you may not think you need it, and you might not need it, but so far, it's probably the fastest phone I've used. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that before this is over with, but it really is probably the fastest phone I've used. And secondly, we're going to go on record and say that for $629.99, so for $50 more, you get the 8 gig version, 256 gigabytes worth of memory. Now, I'm not sure if this device can hold a memory card. I believe it can, but if it can't, 128 gigs is not bad. This is a very lightweight phone. You know, including the gestures and the features that are built into this phone, it's a very lightweight phone. This is not a phone that you're going to be doing a lot of crazy stuff on, like with the Note 9, with all the features that come with it. So
you know, it's not really something that I'm going to see people flocking to as far as the memory goes. But just for the price, the value, and everything alone, this is the one, people. This is the one. So hit me up in the comments and let me know what you guys think about this. Do you have a OnePlus phone? Have you been on the OnePlus bandwagon and I'm just late to the party? If so, man, hit me up in the comments and let me know. You guys got my permission to clown me because I've been asleep, but I'm woke now. I've been asleep, but I'm woke. So, it's your man Mike, back again. Make sure you hit that like button, share, and subscribe. I'm going to be doing some camera tests and some speed tests on this phone just to show how much faster it is, or if it is faster than the iPhone XS Max, the Note 9. Might even do one against the XR. So we'll be, trust me, it's a lot of footage going to be coming on this phone here, period. Just period. So anyway, this has been man Mike, Mike's Tech Talk. I'm out.